paying attention to certain videos and certain things and realizing like, oh, okay, we're not just attacking one person, we're attacking the whole thing. And that's why they started to try to like press us individually. Like when I see his dolo or whatever, oh, it's like, oh yeah, pull you over for no reason, try to see what you got going on, and you know, see what kind of square you're standing on. And I can see.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I just seen it because I seen it in LA with some of the mothers and they situation when they was dealing with the same thing. We was dealing with Inglewood PD, and you know, they was harassing her, following her, sitting outside of her house, and it was just like, man. And I'm trying to figure out like, what the hell, like, we, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, we didn't know, oh, well, follow suit, follow up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, after you put them on notice and you already got that, you give them a certain amount of time for you to go ahead and hit them again. Before you go and say, all right, well, I'm going to put a lien on them and stuff like that.
That should be more of a last resort thing, like the lien.
Yes.
I think I spoke on that in my book regarding, like, if you go after them, trust me, you got to master affidavits, writs, and enforcing law before you do this.
Yes.
Like, I'm letting you know this. A lot of these so-called sovereign gurus, they will never tell you that. I'm telling you straight up, never do this unless you've mastered the art of writs and removing court cases. Because I'm telling you, if you do this and you haven't mastered it, what they're gonna do is they're gonna come after you financially. And trust me, they're gonna hit you hard. They tried me, but it didn't work because I don't operate with anything in my name. So they couldn't get me like that. You know, they couldn't get me on anything. I don't have anything in my name. Little stuff, you know, nothing that's, you know, big, you know, just small stuff. So they couldn't get it, you know. So just remember that. Know what you Ali first. Keep that love in your heart and use it as a self-defense mechanism. Don't start fights. Like Brother Taj Tariq Bey always says, do not start fights. It's not meant for that.
Sure.
I yield the floor.
What do you put, let me see, Islam, 10 Kamal Maxims, what did you say? What do you put everything under if not under your name?
Well, okay, it's several ways you can do that. There's somebody on Zoom.
Yeah, it's one of the more in the class.
All right. This is where you need to study trust law. That's where trust law come in. Get you a Bouvier's or Black's Law, preferably 4th edition, and start studying the definitions under trust law. And then you'll overstand how that beneficiaries, etc., and how you operate out here, like with business names and beneficiaries and different forms of trust. You'll understand how to operate in it. It's not actually you, trustees and all that old stuff. So that's how it works. But again, don't jump, don't move so fast. Take your time and don't be impatient. Build up patience. Yeah, build up patience. Don't. Yeah, definitely. Like, I know, the reason I know because I put myself out on the line, and I don't know many more. I'm not saying there's not any more out here that's done it, but I don't know many more that's done what I've done and told their story publicly and been able to prove it. See, like, for example, in this book right here, I got receipts. Like, you know how they say receipts? Check this out. You know how today, modernly, they say receipts, right? We got the receipts. No, I literally got receipts, copies of receipts in this book. Look at this. These are copies of receipts that I sent out. You see that?
That's beautiful.
In my book.
Exhibited.
Yeah, and this is right here on the left. Yeah, this is handwritten. This is my Morris identification right here. This is an actual federal court case that I removed. Right here. On the left, right here. Like, yeah, so you gotta be up on it, you know, definitely. You gotta be up on it. Islam.
Did you send them like a Xerox copy with the ID picture on it, or did you just did that for the book?
No, that's what's in the book are actual copies of what I sent them. Yeah, like they got that.
Because I heard Cujo said don't send them your ID because you'll start.
No, I didn't. No. So
that didn't look like your nationality card.
Yeah, that's my nationality card. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Noble Ali, he said that what he say about it'll confuse them. Don't flash your IDs. Yeah. But in that sense, I was proving who I am.
Right.
You're right. So I wasn't walking around flashing it. That was an identity issue.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? And that's true what Drew Ali said. Don't go around just flashing your cards. You know, it will cause confusion.
Right.
You know, because most people just don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't get it.
They think everything just one single citizenship.
Yeah,
because they don't know the definition of Title V. Title V USC is
unstable internet connection.
Oh yeah, it's probably them on this. It's probably them on this live. Yeah. Y'all still in there in the chat, Morris? It's fine. Y'all in the Zoom?
Cayenne L.
Yeah.
Is that a sister?
Yeah, that's a sister.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We still in there. All right, More. We still in there. We still live.
Islam.
The Shriner question.
Okay. Yeah.
Show them that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If y'all got any questions, go ahead and throw them out there, and then we'll have the More answer them right now. And
she said, "Oh, hold on. That the brother. What do you put everything on?" Oh, okay. I think we already answered that.
Yeah, we can answer that one.
Yeah. So just to I'm sorry, bro.
No,
go ahead. So just to go back on that, let me rephrase it, if you will. So when I say I don't have anything in my name, like I literally mean that. What a lot of people don't really want to explain is using businesses, LLCs, using trust law. Again, trustees and beneficiaries. Once you understand trust, you'll know how to put things in the trust and operate from that point of view. I'll give you an example. So it looked like it went out again.
Okay, we connected right now. A few of them is in here.
Okay, good. So I'll give you an example. So when I first, good.
Okay, yeah, we back.
Okay, good.
Apologies, Morris.
Islam. You are muted now. Press shift. Okay.
Islam, Morris. Apologies. We back. Yeah.
Okay, good. So for an example, you got trust law, you got trustees and beneficiaries. Once you understand that, then you can start placing things in the trust, and the trust does what it does on how you set up the trust. I'll give you an example.
Now that's a good segment, because I want to know. A lot of us need to understand how to establish our own personal trust, as well as say if we were our body politic and then putting it into a trust and then backing it through the MSTAV, because we know the MSTAV is part of the Holy Temple.
Exactly.
Holy Temple of Science. So, but how to individually do it. Islam, brother Rakael. Islam, more peace.
Islam. That's brother. Oh yeah, brother Rakael. Islam, brother. So. To piggyback off of that, so this is the thing about trust. The trust is really like private, you know. So it's a lot of stuff. See, a lot of times people say, "Oh, he's holding information." People don't really say that about me because I kind of give it out there. But one thing about trust is private. That's why I'm telling you now that you need to go into your law dictionaries and start studying trust and the definition that comes with it. This way, you'll know how trust law operate, and you can set it up the way you need to set it up, how it'll protect you. Because the way I set up things may not work for you. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
Like it may not work for you.
That's true. But a lot of us don't have like I even myself, I haven't seen a template to know how to even go about putting a trust together. But I know I have another book. It was called Give Yourself Some Credit. I left that one on the table at the house. And that one is breaking down. It was breaking down a lot of ways to dealing with contracts and all that stuff as well. But it didn't give me I wasn't looking for like a copy paste template. I was literally just how it is. What should be the title, how it should be into perspective, and how it should go to actually be like for multiple people.
That actually counts as a title too for all your property, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like, this is what I think. That's why they don't mess with me. DMV kept sending me stuff, and then I got tired of them sending me stuff. So what I did was, my dad gave the card to me, put it in that title thing that you got to get.
If the audio keep kicking out more, I'm live on the Instagram.
Or family trust.
And
Send it up to the DMV.
I was trying to keep this so we can record it and save it for later.
That's all it took.
All right, so if y'all want to jump. Hey, I'm using my phone. That's the.
And every time they send me mail,
I'm using my phone that I'm
ready,
on
when they
live
send me
with
mail,
for
they
the
stopped
Wi-Fi.
sending me mail. But when they did last time, I put extortion, and I put the definition.
Right. That's right.
That's
nothing
why.
else.
Thank you.
Say it again,
Learn it
Noble.
from you, brother.
Thank
Learn it
you.
from
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So if y'all want to jump on the IG, go ahead and.
It said make sure you save the live.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna most definitely save the live. Yes, most definitely.
Definitely.
But yeah, Morris, if y'all want, y'all can jump off here. Y'all can just jump into the live and then share it out, and then we'll keep the build going. Supreme love, Morris. Okay, so so with the trust, did you use your own personal like LLC or did you get an EIN or like how did that go? Because I know there was other processes that they were telling me, and when I was trying to figure out how to do it, because this is all I'm still new with. So it was like, well, you got to get an EIN and use a foreign EIN and all this and that. So,
they make it so difficult, man.
Yeah. So I was like, and then when you do a foreign one, you can't do nothing here with it because they won't let you use it to open up a bank account or anything with it.
Yeah.
So, and then another question I would have is like, with your appellation, I know yours is close to your strawman. So
my first part. First part
so that's what I noticed too. So for Moors who don't have their appellation the same as their straw, how do they utilize that? Like, and then do they put the L or Bay on that, and then create another basically a straw man, and to X-rail that out? Like,
okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm gonna tell you what I did. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna tell you what I did. So when I first became conscious of duality, right, and nationality, that's
I'm still studying
See, I got books too. Really,
you got it. Yeah,
I'm trying to
these books right here are must too. These are must too.
Must get.
Yeah, it's must get.
Must get books right here.
Must get.
Brand study.
Definitely got that's a must.
The red one though, that's the most important.
Yeah, I got that years ago.
And I've been going back and forth because I got it on the PDF. So I was trying to Islam Morris Peace. Trying to figure out, okay, let me get in this one, go into this one. But it's like this big book. It's like I told you, I bought like 50 books at one time.
That's good.
So I really didn't know where I was going. I didn't know, okay, I'm on astrology this week. I'm on the science. I'm on civics this week. So in my mind, I was like, all right, I had to take a break.
Yeah.
And then I was doing music at the time with the Moors, and it was just like I'm everywhere. I work Monday through Friday, so for me, it was just like, all right, I need to breathe. So then I started. That's crazy, 13th son.
Man,
so get my ass back to nature.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So planted my feet a few times. And
No,
just
get your
grounded.
monkey ass back
Get your
to
monkey
nature.
ass back to nature. Yes, yo, yes.
That's what he like to say, huh?
Hey, man, for real. So that right there, that was the serpent eyes. Hey, so that's so much love. That's a real more right there. Good noble. And that it was grounding me, you know what I'm saying? So but it was just like, okay, so now it's just like I'm coming back, but now I'm like I said, I'm Muslim, and my Muslim brother, talking to him about the prayer, and I was just asking the questions. He hooked me up with that thing.
How to
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how to intertwine,
And then I came into the book, and then boom, it was right there. And I just like, Allah is divine. He's the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Allah is the greatest because we're supposed to be falling in love with Allah because that is our Father. That is our Creator. That is our all in all. So it's like, we've been so denationalized to the point we false idol. We worship everything that somebody say. Yeah, we understand it's the spiritual, but it's the metaphysical. But all that is still created to the all in all.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So that's where for me it's like, okay, balancing my stuff out, but still trying to get all this information that I still ain't read all these books, but I still want to scheme through. And shout out to Kush Day, because he really be going through these books and showing to where you be like, hold on, I remember that in this book, and I can show you this, and then you get answers, for the people, because a lot of my Mexican brothers out here that I be trying to share information with, it allows me to identify that the language, the dialect. than knowing that, oh, well, shit, it's over 50 variations of how you can say more, mar, mori, mer, mari.
Yeah.
So I would break that down, and then I would go into mordicanos. Mordicanos estados, estados and mordicanos. And then I explain that to them. So, you know, I grew up in the cities where it was like everybody was together. So when it started to separate, it was like, oh, well, now y'all just blacks and then this and that. And it was just like, well, wait, y'all used to call us morenos and mayates.
Moreno,
You know what I'm saying?
that's
so
right.
now it's like, oh, now we just, you know what I mean, black. Like, what the hell is that?
That's right.
So
where did that come from?
Right.
I got you. I'm with you. Definitely. Yep.
People waking up, though.
Yeah, we in the times of everybody waking up right now, which is
Right.
beautiful. Islam, Empress, Islam, Noble, peace and love, Morris,
Peace and love.
I see y'all in here. If y'all got any questions in the chat, go ahead and drop them in. Islam, Allah is Hebrew word for God. Allah, Islam, peace, Matiyeli, peace, Matazimaji, Islam. Do you operate under a temple? If so, in what way do you utilize your affiliation for your personal benefit?
You talking to me or you?
That was a question for you, I believe. That was more like, that was
Okay.
from the Zoom, but he jumped into here, so.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
No, I don't. To answer the Moors question, no, I don't operate under a temple, but I do tell Moors, if you can find a good temple, be a part of that temple. You know, I think we should, but it's a long story on why I'm not a part of a temple right now. I'm not against temples at all. I'll say many years ago, I had a few situations that made me very weary about certain temples, and that's why I'm not really a part of one right now. But again, I'm not against temples at all. So I say, join a temple. If you can find a good temple, join one and handle your business. Also, it says utilize your affiliation for personal. Okay.
Yeah, how do you utilize it? Yeah, basically, if so, in what way do you utilize it for your affiliation?
Well, I don't. But back to what you were saying earlier about the straw.
Right,
Like
straw.
some people make it, they make it so difficult. Now I'm gonna tell you, with me, once I found out about nationality and Jew Ali, I didn't want to use my English cognitive at all, because it seemed like it was such a stressing point on that name, so to speak. It just followed, it was like a curse behind it, and I was trying to get rid of it. So when I nationalized, what I did first was, it was here in the heart, right? I nationalized, I declared it for the public record, put it in writing, and I just, I lived by that. I did that first. I didn't do that other stuff. So I did that first. That's why I tell Moors all the time, I did that first, right? After I did that, I figured out how contracts work, and then I did the thing at the state level, right? I did the thing at the state level. So I did the declaration and the public proclamation first, because that stands supreme, not the state stuff.
With that right there. Now, what is that you do? How did you go about that process? Like, was that where you sent out, like, cause you know when you send out paperwork, when you fill out when you do your proclamation, they tell you, okay, yeah, now you'll send it to this place, this place, and this place. Is that what you mean you did?
No, no, I didn't do that. I did. Oh, so what I did was I put it on the public record in the county that's a part of where I domicile. Okay. So I put it on the public record, and I knew that stood supreme. And once I did that, later on I went through the state and I reserved my rights and did what I had to do so it could match what was on the public record first, right? I did it that way because I didn't want any confusion. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say they pull me over, right? And it says Michael Jackson, right, on the state ID. But then I show them a national ID that says Michael Bey. That's where the confusion starts. They don't match.
Recording in progress.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I understand that.
Like,
yeah.
they don't match. So I
like
did
they
the
looking for that.
yeah. It's like
Yeah,
they looking for that. That's how a lot of Moors. Yeah, they looking for that. That's how a lot of Moors mess up, right there.
Recording stopped.
And that's something that I knew at an early time in my understanding, that you do not want to operate with that. So that's me. That's how I operate. Some Moors say, well, see, you can do this and you can take the straw. I don't use straw at all, unless it's an X-rail. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Coercion without
Man,
prejudice.
duress
all
and
rights reserved.
coercion. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
always reserve your rights.
And I'm gonna tell y'all another secret I do. Listen real closely. Like, when I sign contracts, instead of signing as Mario Almarino L. Bay, I sign as Mario Under Duress Bay.
That's smart,
If you know contracts, you'll know why I do that.
Because it's a separation, like the surname and how they with the family name, about how they address it.
And it's letting them know that, hey, I'm under duress. So if I ever want to fight that, I can produce that. Okay, produce it. Once they produce it, look right here, it says I was under duress. So this is void. Ab initio from the beginning.
From the beginning. Yeah, and that's basically because, like, you know, with my straw man, I do commerce. I'm a delivery driver.
Okay.
So basically, I had to file for a driver's license.
Yeah.
So I used my straw man, but I signed it all rights reserved.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I be pointing out, the fact that when I show people, like, nah, because I know contract, a little bit of it to where it's like I had to, reserve your rights. Because when they go to distinguish me from this straw man,
that's right.
I'm going to point that out. That's one of my main things I thought to point out. Like, nah, all rights reserved without prejudice due to the fact that I'm under threat, duress, and coercion, knowing that I'm Aboriginal and Indigenous, and I'm a free national.
That's right.
So that's where I was drawing. To me, I was drawing that already in my mind for whenever that came about. It was to come about. Because I try not to even think that far ahead to manifest anything negative. I try to stay on the positive. I'm gonna get to your question right now, Mother. I do see a question in there. But that's me. I try to stay on the positive side. As soon as I have a negative thought, I try to steer that right to something positive immediately, like before the ripple in the pond gets spanning out, because I know how the mind works. Like, so that's why for me it was like I'm big on just like, all right, just keep the balance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Deal with what's in front of you. Don't try to spread yourself thin too far, because you only can do what you can do.
That's right.
And that's why I said, and I heard Todd say, 1 second. I heard Todd say, you only can use what you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I figured, like, okay, so that was the best fit for me to I utilize what I know. Don't try to act like I know too much, because I know that I don't know. So I'm not going to sit here and allow myself to fall in a jurisdiction and not know I just put myself in a jurisdiction.
Right. And another thing, let me piggyback off that. Even when you're right, and Tyre speaks on that, even when you're right, they'll still come at you. Right? So that's where standing on your square comes in. You definitely got to stand on your square, because again, when you're right, they'll come at you. That's a fact. I know that for a fact. And they will continue to come at you as long as you stand on your square. Like, you really got to stand strong. Like, for real, bro.
Does that mean what you say and say what you mean?
Man, I'm talking about you got to stand tall. And check this out. I'm going to give y'all some more game. I don't know how it goes in other territories, but I know the Masonic thing is deep. So, one
of the brothers here in Virginia, and it's real deep out there. So
Virginia.
Right now. I'm sure he's going to be hearing this right now.
So, I don't know about other territories regarding how they do it in the actual physical court. But I remember one time, I think this was maybe 2010, about 13 years ago, and I was in the court under duress, and I was behind, where you speak to the magistrate.
Right.
And when you look on the ground, it was an actual square. Listen, a real square with an X. And the magistrate said, "Come up and speak to me." So now you gotta.
Now you step into.
Yes, sir. So now you gotta literally either stand on that square that's on the ground. It's symbolic. It's symbolic, brother. So
it's an option block.
It's exactly. So you got the option to actually stand on that square, right?
Yeah.
Or just stand wherever you were standing.
Right.
They're not gonna tell you. So I saw the X. You know how they say X marks the spot?
Right.
Right? And when they do the chemtrails, they have the X's, right?
Yep.
So I saw the X was on the ground, and I noticed that it was right on the checkerboard square.
Oh, Osiris and Osset.
Exactly.
As above, so below.
So below.
It's on.
Dooley speaks on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure does.
He speaks on that. So I saw that.
The brother, he just did a live with him the last couple
he did?
Yeah.
He look. So I stood on the square because, like Drew Ali, what a book at? Let's show them for those that don't know.
On the
Yeah.
which one?